Hey all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, we finally got to meet our main supporting cast, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and they've given us our first actual mission for them. We are investigating the Lizardmen, aka the Amalj'aa, here in Ul'dah, because apparently they have been kidnapping people and stealing crystals, all in a quest to summon their god Ifrit. And that's right, we're probably gonna get to Ifrit before too much longer. Okay, Eisenbard, let's give us our next story mission. Eisenbard is seeking help to solve a mystery of missing people. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalj'aa culprits in all of this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalj'aa hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of St. Amalj'aa, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalj'aa still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the Eastern Road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalj'aa seek in this area. Ah, so we're off. Looking for ripe corpses? Oh, that's disgusting. Well, while I'm out wandering for ripe corpses, it seems like a good opportunity to discuss the plans. Basically, I believe I have come up with what I want to do regarding this character and the progression throughout the story, or at least progression regarding my levels. Now, when a character reaches level 30, oh god, they're all right there, aren't they? All right, let's park our ass here for just 2 minutes, so that way I have a chance to talk to you guys. So, when I hit level 30, I'm going to have an option. Unlike most other classes, the Arcanist here actually can take on 2 separate jobs, and jobs are basically just the upgrades of classes. There's no real difference other than jobs will have better actions and better access to gear, and basically you have to have a job once you go past 30, just like real life. Yeah, just like real life. Anyway, I believe I've actually spent enough time as a melee DPS or a magic DPS for right now. So once I hit 30, I'm going to take the healer route. I'm going to become a scholar, at least until level 50. So I'll be a healer from levels 30 through 50. And once I hit 50, some new options come up for me. Now, the one thing I really wish that Square had done, see, every one of the expansions has given us new classes. And the new classes always start at a certain level. And they also have their own starting locations. Now, for Stormblood and Shadowbringers, they were smart and they put the starting locations in the 3 starting cities. You may have seen them once or twice when I was wandering around red locked quests that have some pretty high level requirements. But for Heavensward, their 3 starting classes, which start at level 30, are in the Heavensward city, which you can't get to until you're at least level 50. So I can't really show off any of the Heavensward classes unless I was going to, power level my ass off screen for 20 plus levels, which could take a good long while and really stall the LP. So I don't want to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to, once I'm 50, retire the scholar and take up the sword of a samurai for 10 levels. That should give us a good amount of time to show off some melee DPS. And then once I'm 60, I'm gonna be killing off some Amalj'aa here. Hold on a second. Anyway, once I've hit 60, I'll be trading in my samurai sword. Really? Did he just die that early? Wow, that was terribly sad. I might be a tad over leveled here. Once I'm 60, it'll be time to take up a tank role. And I'm gonna be pulling up a Gunblade. We're gonna go Gunbreaker for the rest of the game. At least until I've caught up with my main character, which should actually be... I'm being bad at the moment and not playing my main character as much as I can. So he stays relatively close to the 5.0 end story. and beyond. Because as of this recording, I'm actually recording this on 5.2's release. So I actually will not be participating in any of the 5.2 stuff. I want to keep it. I've obviously been spoiled minorly as to, like, say, what the new trial is at 5.2. I know obviously there's more raids being added. I know there are more dungeons being added. I'm trying to keep my spoilers to a minimum. So when you actually get to those, there will be legitimate reactions. All right, Isambard, I have pulled up your corpses. It's good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah, 3 ripe corpses. Don't ask where I put them. Seriously, don't ask. I have no idea. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalj'aa? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalj'aa remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalj'aa raiding party would not account for people going missing in this kind of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Good questions. Let's do some answers. What poor people think. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 'Twill forbid it to be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Seriously? This guy's gonna be one of those sort of people, huh? Need myself a letter of introduction or he's not gonna talk to me. Well, thankfully, he's right there. Well, Ungust. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the Seven Hills do you want with me now? Oh my god, I just realized who this is. It's the asshole! It's the asshole who was threatening that poor lady. Oh man, I have to talk to you? Can't I punch you in the face instead? Dear friend, mission people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. I'm gonna sit here and go back to drinking. And smoking, that's why I sound like this. Yeah, it's true, your voice sounds very different. So, speak with the common folk myself, huh? Please, sir, just leave me be. Nope. No kind words there. Devious derelict. I have nothing to say but this. They'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. And a petrified pauper. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Ah! Well, that was horribly, horribly unproductive. Well, Ungust, that didn't work out well for anybody involved. Just as I told you, wasn't it? A whole lot of them are terrified. If the talk of folks getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Now get out of here. Well, that was a terribly, terribly uninformative quest, other than the fact that reminding us who Ungust is, or rather, giving us a name to the jerk who's treating these poor damn refugees like dirt. Seriously. These guys have it hard enough. He's beating them up, he's treating them like dirt, he's abusing them for labor. Welcome back, Dekumon. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. Huh. I actually wouldn't have thought of that. Let's go talk to the priest, huh? A proper burial. If we would know when the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of St. Amalj'aa. It is a small and humble church, found in the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Oh joy, I get to haul another corpse around. Seek out a man named Marquis. He tends the graves of the Ilk Yard. He'll tell you where the body's to be interred. Well, thankfully this is actually really close by. Like literally, it's just right up here in this little nook. There's the man of the moment, Marquis. I can't see your face, anything. Oh, okay, you are an old man. Ah, Marquis, yeah. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. I'm probably gonna change that voice. I kind of feel like I have to, just on principle. He's not old manny enough, but I don't know, I haven't worked my way up to an old man voice yet. Another proper old man voice yet. It's like, I'm old, oh God. Oh shit, it's just laying here. Sheesh. Oh, there we go. Much better. Much better. Shit, you should leave it out in the elements, why don't you? Embalmed or not, that thing's gonna stink. Okay, Marquis, body's buried. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. But maybe Sister Orkin can. She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orkin within the church walls. Kind of an odd fellow. There's Sister Orkin. I heard you have done us the service of bearing a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants. It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I would be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis and soon. Ah, Thancred's been here, huh? Interesting. Wonder what Thancred was doing talking to Marquis. Okay, we have delivered one dead body. Oh, we're getting a cutscene, huh? Thank you, Dekumon. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Dekumon? Oh, hey, Thancred. Ooh, a little jittery there, man. Your walk cycle needs some work. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with August, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good Sister Orkin herself. Huh? You suspect the nun? Orkin, she wouldn't. She couldn't. No, we're not skipping this cutscene. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Very interesting. You've seen his face before somewhere, huh? Wow, that's worse than what I'm wearing. That's sad. But that's the way it goes, I suppose. All right, Eisenbard. Oh, we're up to the level 19 quest now, huh? For the children. Sister Orkin, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Dekumon, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orkin's activities. Speak with the uncombed urchin in the Golden Bazaar. Where would I find the Golden Bazaar, huh? That is way up there. That's gonna be a bit of a walk. Ah, there's the kid we're looking for. Oh, it's not really a kid, kind of one of the older kids, it looks like. Please help. Sister Orkin went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her, hurry! Ay. And of course I've got to walk around the fate because there's a fate going on right now and I don't want any part of it. Sorry guys. Just passing through. Uh-oh. I see a purple circle. And a purple circle means it's time for some trouble. Okay, let's get the oh. Rotting pikemen. Rotting pikemen. Oh, that sounds terrible. All right, get him, Chocobo. Or I should say Carbuncle. Get him, Carbuncle. Oh, wow. This guy melted. Oh no. Seriously, these guys cannot take a punch. Or a ruin in this case. All right, let's get her up. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the long channel bar is there to keep you from doing this while you're in combat. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Hopefully, without any other troubles. I have to go all the way back to Eisenbard, huh? Well, this is what the teleport's for. Okay, well, pretty sure it's not her after all. Sister Orkin was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I'll secure a room for the inn. I'll secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. That is very true. That is very true. Okay. Still worse than what I'm wearing. Amalj'aa wrong places. Ah, the puns are coming back. I'm well glad I reserved that room for Sister Orkin. Seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'll be waiting at the Amalj'aa encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Amalj'aa encampment, huh? That's, again, a good distance from here. Joy. Another long walk for me. God, I need mounts. I know, I don't have access to my mounts yet, which is so annoying. It's story that gives me access, so I need to push through and get through more of the story. Okay, Thancred, here we are. That must be the encampment up there. Ah, there you are, Dekumon. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orkin. Eisenbard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orkin near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalj'aa caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me back to why I requested you, dear Dekumon. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? What are you, scared of the damn lizard men? Damn right I am, man. Look at this. All I got on me is a puny knife. Well, all I've got's a puny book. Fair enough. That's fine. Honestly, I think I'm probably high enough level that these guys won't give a shit if I walk in here. Nope. Nope, I am too high level and they just do not care. And personally, I'm fine with that because all of these guys are aggressive. Queer leaflet. Well, what have we here? Oh, not gonna tell me what it, oh, you legitimately got pissed at me. I'm actually surprised. He's like, oh, I'll let you walk by, but touch my book? Never. You and your javelin. And toast. Huh, that's weird. Was he specifically set to go after me as soon as I touched the note? Maybe. Either way, it did make for a minor bit of excitement in an otherwise dull little back and forth. Okay, Thancred, I got the note. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? How about this? It's even called a queer leaflet. This leaflet. See the wealth of Naya to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nodthal seem somewhat less than studied. Find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orkin makes of it. Back to Drybone again. Well, again, this is why I have teleport. Guessing she's in this building, judging by the map. Hello, Sister Orchid. Nope, not in here. In here, perhaps? Yes, here we are. There's Orchid and Thancred here. Orkin and Thancred's here too. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? Well, could you explain the note? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Oh. That's an interesting idea. Hey, Thancred. The plot thickens, Dekumon. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Go finish your quest. Yep, I figured that would be the thing that actually ends the quest. Back to Isambard, turn this in, and get the next one. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Dekumon. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Speaking of eyes open, no, I didn't think so. I'm pretty sure I had the best equipment at this point. Dressed to deceive. That sounds lovely. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Again, Thancred again with the jitter walk there. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Dekumon and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Oh, I see. Little Trojan horse action, huh? I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the necessary garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Dekumon, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. You know, assuming nobody recognizes me. I've been running around the camp all day, talking to people, questioning them. Speak with the locals while garbed in the weathered shepherd's tunic and a pair of weathered shepherd's slops. Alright, so I gotta put on the old tunic and the slops. That's Definitely not the most flattering of outfits, but all right, let's go begging for work. Please, miss, do you have some work for me? Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Pond north of Sandgate, huh? Is that where the others are gathered? The other refugees, is that where they're staying? Looks like I've got another one in this building over here. No, that's still the same marker. It's the downside of these big cities like this. Sometimes it's really hard to tell exactly where these markers are. Above us? That's gotta be above us. All right, we'll leave this one be then. Wow, you're a big guy. I preach the teachings of Amalj'aa, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Amalj'aa is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till end of days. Well, I'm trying at least. Oh, hey, we got a flame captain here. Neural. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Well, aren't you the kindest guy ever? Sheesh. What about you? Slightly older man? I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Like I said, nobody's kind to the refugees, and they don't deserve the shit you're giving them. Ah! I see you. I was right. He was above the old marker. I just gotta get up there. Thankfully, getting up here is relatively easy. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Okay, well, we've officially yapped at enough people. They all think I'm a dirty beggar. Looking for work. What about you, Thancred? You look exactly the same. You didn't do any work, did you? What, you thought I was gonna be doing work? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Dekumon. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place. Rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls, wouldn't you say? Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Of course I will. Of course I will. I have to stay in this damn dirty outfit. Running around here like this in this outfit, thank goodness everything around here is pretty much a passive enemy and doesn't aggro on you when you walk by it. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know the correct weather for catching false priests. You look absolutely smashing, Dekumon. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Well, thankfully I only have to replace my body and my legs. I didn't have to take off the arms, the feet, the hello. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am the priest of the Order of Nald'thal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of permanent penury. I'm not sure. Do you have a dental plan? Vision? A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mama, Ungust. Ungust? Holy cow, I knew you were an asshole, but still. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. I even faked my voice and everything. But please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalj'aa raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalj'aa in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from Nawanda mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them mold of the Amalj'aa. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! Oh, fuck me. The money was good. What do you expect? What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mold meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amalj'aa pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you, but I have a knife that expresses it rather well. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for all the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves, or the gods. I don't care which. Oh shit. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh, God. Oh, you poor baby. You got caught in the act. Dekumon, be a good man and take words of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Speak with Minfilia at the Waking Sands, so I have to go all the way back to Western Thanalan. As always. Then again, there's a reason I put my return point on Horizon, because it's the closest Aetheryte, and you have to do this a lot throughout the main story. Okay, Minfilia, I think we have found our culprit.
Welcome back, Dekumon. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalj'aa know the answer. Suffice it to say, they are not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done.
I need to work on that voice. That was terrible. Ooh, that actually beats out what I'm currently wearing. Then again, anything would beat out what I'm currently wearing. Actually, not bad looking. A little too much yellow for my liking, but oh, we'll make it work. Life, materia, and everything. Huh.
Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready for the fight to our cause.
Okay, no, I've got to work on this voice. Hang on.
That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. It's an atrocious name, I know. And he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea, one that you honestly won't use until you're at least level 60. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at the camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear.
At the bonfire, huh? Well, central Thanalan, thankfully I do have a teleporter there. And this will get me significantly closer than what I am. Dude, your house, or whatever it is moving. Should I be worried?
Huh? Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix Bubblypots?
I am, sir. I even have a fancy little dagger for you. I'm not sure what to do with it, but okay. Here we are.
Fighty tool drinks an air self.
Oh. Oh, that's the big guy. Oh.
When full of air self, Fighty tool changes to Stony Shine. Name of Materia.
Okay, seriously, are you guys like brainwashed or something? You all have to talk in goblin speak.
If Materia join with other Fighty tool, then Big Eyes. Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia.
Yeah, that would be right on the nose there, good sir.
Yes, Tunflaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes?
Yeah. I happen to have a fighty tool.
Yeah, Fighty tool is unstrong as Eating tool. Make good TT show of power of Materia.
The Materia Master.
Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes? Yeah, Materia join with Fighty tool. And boom! Fighty tool gains power of Materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constitutes from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Yeah, Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix.
I'll do a little goblin translation here in the next few seconds. Materia is a very handy system that allows you to add stats onto equipment, provided it has sufficient materia slots on it. So let's say, for instance, my headpiece has, of course it's gonna go away, but it has 2 materia slots on it. I can't move my mouse without losing my tooltip, which is annoying. Now, how does one get materia? Well, there's quite a few ways, especially later in the game. But right now, the only way to get materia is through spirit bonding. Now, you'll notice on my equipment, you'll see a spirit bond gauge, or a spirit bond value, that goes up basically as I gain experience while wearing it. When it's 100%, I can sacrifice the equipment and turn it into a materia. Now, what materia I get is semi-random. It depends on the level of the gear and the stats that are on it. Trust me, at this level, all I would be getting is grade 1 materia. But later in the game, as in once we start hitting, say, the level 70 stuff and beyond, we'll start getting materia from dungeons. We can trade in high-end materials to get some really high-level materia. And at that point, the game basically expects you to use materia all the time, because otherwise you will probably not be dishing out as much damage and taking more than you should. But anyway, enough with this little sidebar. It's time to head back to Minfilia. Actually, I realized as I'm walking my way back here, I didn't finish talking about everything about materia I should, because there's one other thing you need to know about materia, and that's being able to attach them. Now, there's 2 requirements of being able to attach them, and you can fulfill either one. You can have someone else do it, and that does include NPCs who will do it for a couple thousand gil. Honestly, it's not that much. Or you need to be a crafter that can actually work on said material. And again, I'll bring up my equipment as I'm doing my run back here, but you will see the repair level, how it says like goldsmith level 15 on this. If I wanted to attach materia to this, I would need to be a goldsmith of at least level 15 in order to attach materia, or I could pay an NPC a small amount of gil, a few hundred for the low level materias, a couple thousand for the higher ones. Or I could, ask another player to do it. Maybe they wouldn't want as much gold. Maybe they want more gold. But anyway, that's pretty much all we need to know about materia. Again, not something we're gonna really need for a good long while. I don't know why they decided to give it to us this early. I thought this quest was locked off. Hello, Halatali. Oh, we're grabbing this one. Nedrick Ironheart. Okay, you are a dude, okay. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedrick Ironheart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just the place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The Calamity laid ruin to it though, as it did to most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there's no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fafajani near the entryway. So this quest is actually to give us our first optional dungeon, Halatali, which I will do, but not at this immediate moment. Mostly because I don't want to have to make this walk all the way back to the Waking Sands.